There we go. Got excellent connection. I bet you people are thinking like, oh shit. Retro Hoops is ghost streaming again. Nah, I'm not ghost streaming. I just like, you know what? I just got finished doing a video. Hobby Beast, what up, player? I just got finished doing a video for a little product I got sent. I was like, you know what? Before I wrap this up, let me see what it do. See if we can't get some stuff going in this piece. Just curious what kind of viewership we can get going at 11 o'clock at night. Let's see what's going on. I need to find out. I need to find out if my Rockets are really trying to go for the #1 pick. As I keep hearing they are. I hope you're right, Insane. I hope you're right, my man. That'd be kind of dope. Where is my... Oh, here it is. What's up, Brian? What's going on, man? I keep hearing all this noise about my Rockets trying to trade their pick for the #1 pick. I'm trying to see if there's any truth to that rumor. And seeing what's popping. Global Sports Card Investor, what's up, champ? That's true. It is only 9 on the West Coast. You're right. Elong, man, get your rest, bro. Don't let me keep you up, man. I'm just out here bullshitting. I'm not doing a whole lot. Why is... That's Fox Sports. So where is my NBA channel? I'm trying to see if my Rockets are really trying to trade away that #2 pick. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I think we need to keep that #2 pick. Go ahead and pick up Jalen Green. They're talking about trading away the 23rd pick and Eric Gordon for the 13th pick, which I'd be kind of cool with. That'd be kind of dope. We'd have, a couple of top 15 picks. That'd be all right. We'll see what happens. 2 p.m. in the afternoon in Melbourne. I've been out. I've been in Australia. I spent some time in Australia in Brisbane. I stayed in South Bank for like 2 months, and then I took a nice long vacation in Mooloolaba, where I got to surf in Surfer's Paradise, which was kind of dope. So, Card Champs, what up, man? What's going down? Anybody rip any good wax lately? I just got finished ripping this little box here that they sent me. My junk wax. If y'all want to check that out, it's kind of cool. I just did You think Keelan? You think Rockets need to draft Mobley? I want Green, man. I mean, Cade's gonna go first. I want Green second, and then I think we got enough firepower behind him, man. I really want them to draft. I keep telling my homeboys this, and they keep laughing at me. I want them to draft like a big, like burly boy, like a true power forward type cat. I think if we can do that, man, it's gonna go down. It should be good. Am I excited for Select basketball? Actually, I like Select more than I like Prism, to be honest with you. I think it's gonna be. I just like the card. It looks a lot better to me. Their parallels are pretty dope. That zebra parallel is pretty dope. Um, you know, what's let me see. Insane Chris said, what's my most expensive card? So the most I ever paid for a card, y'all know my rule. I have a rule. It's $100. If it's over $100, I'm not messing with it. But the most expensive card that I have in my collection, I didn't pay $100 for it at the time, but it kind of shot up to like $300. Is gonna be my gold standard RPA Deshaun Watson. I have a Deshaun Watson triple patch, 3-color patch RPA auto to 10. I think it's a gold. That's pretty dope. That's probably my best one. Is it still good to buy raw Kobe and MJ? You can't go wrong with Kobe and MJ as far as like, in my opinion, as far as like value is concerned. But I think Kobe is at the peak of his value right now because he just got inducted into the Hall of Fame. The thing about Hall of Famers is that there really isn't anything new for them to accomplish that's gonna send their cards skyrocketing. So that being said, the exception is going to be like if a 2-hour documentary comes out or a 7-part documentary comes out on Kobe Bryant, then that might pique some interest and like shoot up the cards, much like The Last Dance did for Jordan and Pippen and Rodman, stuff like that. So, you can't go wrong. Listen, I don't really like to suggest to people what to buy from an investment standpoint. I personally like to buy the players that I like, and really the only time I do like speculating or like prospecting is for my Rockets or for my Texans. Right now is a hot time for my Rockets for me to be prospecting because I'm big on Kenyon Martin Jr. and whether whoever we get out of this draft is going to be a top 3 pick, which is going to be a heavy card to be getting, which kind of sucks because like I'm a homer and I would really like to. It's like I feel like how the Pelicans fans may have felt back when they drafted Zion. So but your Hall of Famers, stuff like that, like I know guys that like collect like deadlift shrimp and have like a massive deadlift shrimp collection, George Mirasan collection. There's a bunch of people out there that my boy Pete collects Tim Hardaway. So there's it's just kind of stuff like that. Let me see. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that, Mike. The Olympics used to be the vacation for the players and families. Now they're getting their butts handed. Yo, the USA team is looking like hot garbage right now. Long removed from our glory days of the Dream Team. They can no longer be called the Dream Team. They got their asses kicked by France. And really the only player that France had that was NBA caliber was Evan Fournier, and he just went off on them. That's like, it's a joke, man. Like, we're not even the same anymore. So that either tells you one of two things. That either tells you how much international ball is in the NBA now, like how much international caliber basketball is in the NBA now, or that just tells you that the players right now, it's such a players league that, nobody gives a shit about that. It used to be such a high honor to be on the USA team. I just don't think that's the case anymore. Why don't you rip baseball and football? Car Champs, I don't know shit about baseball. I really don't. I wish I knew more, honestly, about baseball. But I just don't know shit about baseball. I didn't grow up on baseball. So I'm from the hood. We either played basketball or football. Or, it's like Biggie said, you either got a wicked shot or you're dealing crack rock. One of the two. We played basketball and football. That's what I grew up on. I just don't know shit about baseball. I know my Astros, and that's about it. But I wish I knew more, because that way I be a whole nother segment. I'm trying to get into soccer a little bit more because my father-in-law is like a fanatic, and he's always it's crazy because he's always talking to me about like these kids that are coming in that are really good soccer players that nobody really knows about, but he knows about them because he follows like the minor league shit and he's like super into it. but I wish I knew more. I just don't. I know basketball. I know basketball the most. I know football the most, and then that's pretty much it. That's kind of, I try to stay in that lane. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I could. What are my thoughts on KPJ? So I love the fact that we picked up Kevin Porter. I think the kid is an exceptional talent. He's obviously had some off the court issues that I think the Rockets have the best group of people around him that are going to help him with that personal side of what he's going through or whatever it is that he's going through from a personal standpoint. And I think once he feels like he's in a place where he is, supported from that standpoint, the kid's just gonna flourish. I mean, he was a first round draft pick. I mean, the kid is a baller. He's a baller, and I think once he gets to a point to where he feels comfortable and he feels like he's in a good place, in a good space, his on the court is gonna show, and I think he's gonna be a special player, and hopefully he can keep that side of it intact, because it there's just some really good guys. I mean, take Hassan Whiteside, no, not Hassan Whiteside. What was his name? Royce. Is it Royce White? I think it was Royce White was his name. Just a baller of a basketball player, but just had those mental health issues that he just couldn't get past. So, we'll see. Let's see. Man, you guys are in here tonight. What is up, man? It's 11 o'clock here in Texas, so I was just like, man, you know what? Let me just click on and see what's up. And you guys are in here. Will 77 Star Wars come back? Man, that is a question for my brother. He knows all about that stuff. I wish I knew more about Star Wars. But that's my brother. That one video that we did where we were showing the PSA Lucas that he sent off to Luca to PSA to get graded. That background that I did the snap change into. That's all his stuff. He knows all about that. He is all in that. But if you guys want, we could do some more. We do some more Star Wars stuff for sure. Because I know he's got a lot of boxes that he wants to rip. He's ripped a lot of boxes to try to find those high grade cards. So we got Bad Batch going on right now. We got season 3 of The Mandalorian coming next year. We have Obi, the series for Obi. We got the Book of Boba at the end of the year. So it's all kinds of stuff. This is probably a hot time to be picking up Star Wars wax stuff right now. I did some research on that Magic Johnson card I ran by you. Needless to say, it's going to PSA tomorrow. What's up, Natsman? Yeah, man. That's dope. Ooh, to PSA. So you gonna pay the what, $150 to send it over there? I mean, if it's worth it, man. If you think it's gonna do well, then man, I'm hoping you get a good grade on that, bro. For real. The team ain't good if the highlights of the team is singing "Happy Birthday" to KD. Facts. That is the best highlight that came out of that, was them singing "Happy Birthday," and I think it wasn't even like on his birthday, right? Like a day before, or a day after, something stupid like that. Will Wilt and Dr. J and similar vintage basketball go up in August after the national, like Gary V said? Man, so I love Gary V. I love his content, and he's typically right about that kind of stuff. But I don't know enough about, like, so my era, so I'm 37. So my era of basketball where I was the most entrenched in it was mid to early 90s, or like 90, 92 and above. Like 92, 93 is kind of when I started getting into it. And then like from there, I mean, into the 2000s. So, man, I don't, the only vintage stuff that I have, like old vintage stuff that I have, my oldest card that I have is my 86 Fleer Elijah, for obvious reasons. And then I have a Rudy Tomjanovich rookie card. And then I have a Rudy Tomjanovich rookie card. And then I have a Calvin Murphy rookie card. So that's kind of the oldest stuff that I have. I don't really know too much about the vintage stuff. Again, not what I'm in, not what I grew up on, not what I'm into. So I don't know shit about it. I kind of just, stay in my lane on what I know and what I don't know. So, do you collect or have some wrestling cards? No, I don't. Again, I'm 37, so 94, 95. I was 10 years old, right? 10, 11 years old. Fifth, sixth grade, it was all about, NWO. Conan was kind of one of my favorite wrestlers back then. And I didn't really get into it that much. But as far as like collecting the cars, I kind of feel like I missed out on that boat, that junk wax boat. But, somewhere around there. But what was your reaction when I heard about Kobe? That one hurt, man. I was telling my wife when it happened, like I couldn't really believe it. So, and you guys won't see it on my Instagram for Retro Hoops, but in my personal Instagram, I posted a picture because I was never a humongous Kobe fan. I never was a really big Kobe fan. Not that I didn't like him, or not that I had any hate for him or anything like that. I always knew he was an amazing player and a hell of a competitor, and he had that. I always knew that he had that out of this world mentality. So I respected the fact that he was one of the greats at the time, and still is to this point. But I remember when he was on his farewell tour, my wife had got us, we did kind of like a staycation in downtown Houston. And we had, just kind of did the bar hopping, partied it up in Houston. My brother was living downtown at the time, and they threw me a big surprise party and stuff like that. And I remember the next day, the plan was to just wake up in the hotel. We stayed in a hotel, and the plan was just to wake up and hang out downtown. We kind of got a cool like downtown area, and at the time you could buy tickets last minute, and it was Kobe's last game. It was going to be in Toyota Center, and I was like, we have to go. So I managed to score some really, really good seats, like at the last minute, and we did. And I went to go watch him play, and I'm so glad that I did. And I remember just like, even though they were playing the Rockets or whatever, I remember cheering for him and stuff like that when he was hitting threes and doing all this other stuff. And I remember, when he walked off the court, he came out and he did the, the wave to everybody, and everybody, of course, gave him a standing. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Gave him a standing ovation. And it was all out of respect. I took a lot of pictures, I remember that day, which I normally don't do going to a Rockets game because I've been to tons of them. But I did that day, and I actually like appreciated and did the whole fan thing of watching him play. And then when he passed, when he had his accident, I remember I got really upset about it and really emotional about it because of his kids. He's got kids. I have kids. You guys have seen my kids bust in here before, and I was more like, just felt for him as far as like what his kids and his family and stuff like that he left behind. Obviously, the legacy that he left behind as a player is what you want to leave behind. This legacy of being an amazing competitor and a champion and all that stuff. So yeah, I took it pretty hard, man. But I took it hard just from the sense of his kids, and then the fact that his daughter was in that accident as well. It was just kind of tough, but. Yeah, it was a tough one, man. I think where it got really bad is watching the players play. I remember I was watching the Rockets were playing. I can't remember who they were playing, and they did the 24 seconds of silence, or they took a 24-second violation, for Kobe and stuff like that. Like that kind of choked me up a little bit, but that was kind of tough. Let's see here. Dang, man, there's 33 y'all in here. What is up, man? Y'all in here for real. I appreciate it. I like I said, I clicked on and I was like, you know what? Let me see what's up. Let me see who's on. My father lived with the Hart Foundation in Canada in the early 80s at the Dungeon. Global Sports Congress. Thoughts on Panini Revolution? Panini Revolution. What is that? Panini Revolution. Oh, Revolution. Yeah. I like Panini Revolution too. Now, I haven't ripped any Panini Revolution. I really would like to, but they only offer it in I think it's only like a hobby form. So the boxes are like $200. I like the design. I like flashy design, like, foil type stuff. But man, the hits are few and far between on that. I do have I did pick up like some Kenyon Martin, Revolution rookie stuff. Jason Tatum, not Jason Tatum, Jashawn Tate. his rookie card, his first rookie card, I believe, was in Revolution, or one of his only rookie cards, which is another guy that plays for the Rockets. He's really good. So it's kind of that thing. But I like Revolution, especially the Chinese New Year edition stuff that they do. That's like really short print. I remember when last year for 2019, 2020, they went really hard on the Chinese New Year stuff because it was Rui Hachimura, right? So Rui's from Japan. So they went really hard on that. He was like plastered all over the New Year's edition, or the Chinese New Year edition one. So that was kind of dope. But we'll see what's up. Tom Bullard, what's up, my man? I don't know if I missed the boat for wrestling necessarily because I picked up full sets of 91 WCW for $20 and even WCW and WO sets for like $20. It's still some cheap nostalgia stuff worth it. Yeah, so so we're in the same boat, man. That's kind of my year. So like Kevin Nash, NWO, X-Pac, Generation X, like that was my shit, like that, during that year, back when The Rock used to wear Versace shirts and gold chains and gold sunglasses, you know what I mean? Like that was kind of like my era. But yeah, I was a big WCW fan because that was Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and all those other guys. But I might look into that, man, and check that out because that'd be kind of dope to have some of that stuff, especially like like if I can get it, if I can get like a dope Conan. I remember Conan used to come in those lowriders and stuff like that. Man, that shit was lit. So Tom's 30. Oh, you're 38. So yeah, we're about a year apart, Tom. Yeah, so we're kind of around the same era. No slabs in the connection, worth a pretty coin. Waiting on a Tua and Ant Autos to come back from HGA. No slabs in the collection, worth a pretty coin. No, man. Honestly, let me see. Let's see what I got. As far as like worth anything, I mean, y'all see my Luka. I got Luka 10. I don't really have like big stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, like this is the kind of stuff that I have, like an Elijah 9.5. Just some recent stuff that I got. I just got into to submitting like recently, so like I don't have anything big that I would like consider to be like my stuff that's like worth big money. You know what? I had the 3-piece set for Panini Threads, Trae Young. I just sold that to one of my boys. He picked that up, but like, I mean, recent stuff. I got a couple of 9.5 Trae Young stuff. Not a whole lot, man. I really don't. I sold my Panini. I sold the. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better. There we go. I sold the Prism and kept my Select. So that's, to kind of answer some of you asking about Panini versus Select. I don't have a lot of big dollar stuff, y'all. I'm telling you. I got a very humble collection. Most of the stuff that I sent off, like at the beginning of the channel, was like stuff that I've had in my collection for years. So, nah, man, I don't really have like a lot of big stuff. I collect who I like. I don't really collect like the hype type stuff. I got like some Capella, like Prism tie-dye. That's a PSA 10. Just stuff like that, man. I don't really see I went for this kind of stuff that was like $20 a card. Like when I was buying this stuff, it was like $20 a card. Like here's a Capella gold to 10. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, that may be worth something right now because, he's, they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals or Eastern Conference Finals. But like, look, I was picking up stuff like this for like $10-15. Just Capella autographs. I don't really have a whole lot of like stuff that you can be like, oh shit, like I could pay my mortgage. You know what I mean? Sean Kemp. I'm actually gonna start loading up on Sean Kemp's a little bit more. Here's a Gem Mint 10 Elijah one in the Superstars configuration. But sorry to disappoint, my man. I really don't have like a whole lot of big dollar stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not like a Jeff. That boy has like some serious coin tied up in his. See, I got that one. That one's kind of cool. Topps Finest. That's almost kind of cool. I just got shit that I like. I mean, that's pretty much my collection. I don't really have like. See, I got stuff like that. Clint Capella, National Treasure, Mad Max. Y'all know what Mad Max did? He punched a guy right in the face. Kenny Smith. So this is like championship Rockets teams, stuff like that. I mean, that's, you know, if y'all were looking for me to pull out like that $50,000 LeBron James autograph, then you know what I mean. That's not gonna happen. But you know, just stuff like that, man. I buy what I like. Like I said, I really was not a hype. I really didn't buy hype stuff. I just bought like players that I liked and stuff that I like to collect. But yeah. So that was a quick little slab tutorial or thing, not tutorial. What do they call it? A tour of my little slab box. Let's see here. No slabs in the collection. So yeah. So good luck on that Tua, man. And that ant. I got actually right now out to HGA. I have some rated rookies. So I have I got a handful of stuff out to HGA right now. So we'll see what's what. Hey, we talked on AG about the pop data and about the Delta pop charge results much. What's up, bud? Man, I haven't had a chance to really mess with it, to be honest with you. But once I start digging into it, I might hit you back. Keelan Bingham, you're dope, man. Love the channel. I guess 30 other people agree. Hey, I appreciate that, Keenan. Thank you, man. Means a lot. Means a lot. You need to join Breakers on IG, ripping hobby packs for sale. That's how I hit. Insane, man. Send me that info on IG. I'm always down. I'm always joining like little group breaks and stuff. I'll pick up like, you know, $20 teams, $10 teams and stuff like that. Usually I don't pick anything up. This year is gonna be hard, or next year is gonna be hard to pick up the Rockets. I used to pick up the Rockets for like dirt cheap on breaks, but we'll see. Thoughts on Star Wars cards and stickers from 77. Ad pack. Y'all know I love my stickers, man. But as far as Star Wars stickers, bro, I'm gonna have to get my brother to come in here and talk about that because he knows a lot more than I do. Grab the Rodman and an Elijah Bean team to start trying to collect them, but Jordan is scary pricey. Jordan prices have shot up, and they don't seem to be coming down. I mean, they came down a little bit, but yeah, Attitude Era was the greatest era in wrestling. Agreed, hobby, agreed. HGA is bringing as much as PSA. I have ran 2 head-to-head auctions, very similar. I actually did a video on that, Brian, where I did a Luka 9.5 HGA and a Luka PSA 10, and they sold for like $10 difference or something like that. It was like nothing though, and that was like almost a year ago. No, it wasn't a year ago. Like 6 months ago, I did it. Not to prop up another channel, but if you want to learn about soccer, try Soccer Study channel. Invaluable information and perspective. I'll check that out. Yeah, so for me, soccer, once again, soccer is one of those things that I'm not really into. So my dad was not much of he was not into sports very much. When he came to the States, what him and I bonded on was basketball. So he picked basketball as his like conduit for assimilation into American society and American culture, and that's where I picked up basketball. So for me, that's kind of my thing. But like I said, my father-in-law is a massive basketball soccer fanatic, and he always talks my ear off. He's retired, but he always talks my ear off. Where you at? Grunt Dad Sports Cards. We're in Texas. I'm in Houston, and we'll leave it at that. I am in Houston, Texas. Do you have some soccer cards? I don't. I don't have any soccer cards, but I'll tell you this. About a year ago, probably a little more than a year ago, my father-in-law was telling me about this Ansu Fati kid, and he's like, "Yo, this kid Ansu Fati, he's a beast, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other." He was following him on like some like lower level like leagues and stuff like that, And I was just like, oh, that's cool. Just, I love my father-in-law. So I was just like, oh, yeah, that's cool, man. This, that, and that. Just talking, making conversation and shit like that. And then now, like, Ansu Fati is like the dude, right? I traded a 2003-2004 Topps box set in Dallas in May for a handful of cash and a LeBron rookie card mini PSA 8. I have no idea how comparable you made out on that, but hey, man, if you're happy, bro, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it's all about. I live in Washington. I wish we had our damn Sonics, bro. That was a tough one because y'all had just drafted KD. Like, KD had came in and y'all had just drafted KD, and then all of a sudden, like they just dip on you. Y'all heard my phone back here? I thought I heard my phone. Oh, it's in my pocket. Who's hitting me up? Oh, my man Dan just hit me up. What does it say? Does my live stream say that it's a test run? Somebody just told me that my live stream says it's a test run from like 7:10. Nope, we live, baby. Oh, that's because of the thing. Nope, we live, baby. That's because of the thing. Oh, that's because of the Let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my thumbnail that did that. That's my thumbnail that did that. Dan, if you're watching, that's my thumbnail. I don't know why I did that. I guess I could put. Let's change the thumbnail. Let's whip up a thumbnail real quick. Actually, you know what? Don't want to do like a thing. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but anyway, so my father-in-law's he's the soccer head in the family. Sean Kemp was nothing. Jordan took care of him. Jordan took care of everybody. 357. Jordan took care of everybody. I still feel like deep in my heart that he wouldn't have been able to take care of Hakeem Olajuwon. But then again, Olajuwon was a center. He was a guard, so they probably would have never really matched up like that. I still feel like either Vernon Maxwell would have been able to get in under his skin, and that would have just been a very interesting, series. In a best of 7, I still think the Rockets would have beat the Bulls. I don't think anybody would have had an answer for Olajuwon at all. So, I still think in my heart of hearts they would have won. Let's see. Sean Kemp was not. 90s NBA was the best. 90s NBA was absolutely the best. That's what now all they do is shoot threes and play defense. So I have a theory about that. I think that with the success of, with the Bucks winning the championship and Giannis being kind of like the guy that took them there, I think that we're going to slowly start seeing a little bit of this moving away from the money ball, shoot threes and flurries. And we're going to start getting into some more, burly boys banging in the paint, like back in the day. So we'll see what we'll see what's what. Let me see. I have a retail box of Bazooka Joe unopened box listed for $3,600. Thinking about having PSA just grade all the packs. Not too many people who I know buy anything more than $100. Maybe $200 if it's a bigger purchase. Kind of hard to justify when you have kids. Yes, and I got 3 of them, and all of them are under the age of 6, so they're like super expensive right now, like all of them. But even if I did have like the income, I probably would still kind of try to stay to that 100 to. I'm lying. I actually broke that rule here recently. I'm not gonna say how much I paid for the card, but those of y'all that know that I'm chasing the Hakeem Olajuwon, my Hakeem Olajuwon rainbow for 1920 Prism. Yeah, I had to kind of go hard on one of the cards in order to get it, but still, by and large, that's kind of the thing. Shu, what's up? My man, his YouTube name is just straight up Shu. That's dope. Are you big on fantasy basketball? I'm not, but I'm big on fantasy football. I join one league every year, just one, and that one league is a pretty big money league with some corporate guys at my job, and and it's that's kind of the one that I do. And the funny thing is that all those guys are all analysts. They're all like really high level analysts, so it's pretty. The drafts that come out of that are pretty interesting, which is pretty funny. TheCardDeal.com. What's up, brother? What up, Red Show? It does say test run, but live. Yeah, so that's I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to change that thumbnail. This week's battle is Kevin Durant PSA 9 versus Shaq rookie card number 328. Who gets more views on eBay? That's gonna be interesting. Who gets more views on eBay? Ah, man, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say the Durant's gonna get more views on eBay just because. I don't know, man. That's an interesting one. Shaq versus. Yeah, I'm still gonna say Durant. Dan got some shout out love. What's up, Dan? Kemp been taking care of some cheeseburgers and fries. Yo, so my man Dan sent me this video where I think it was like an interview on maybe like ESPN or something like that. And man, our boy Sean Kemp is a far cry from where he used to be. I mean, he's definitely not. He's not looking too good these days. He looked like he's enjoying life. He's definitely looking like he's enjoying life. This is a healthy size test run. Return of the big man. Return of the big man. That's right. I want them to start banging in the paint again, man. That was some good basketball. Do you think Robert Horry is underrated or overrated? Ooh, good question. Big shot Bob. Here's the thing. I really feel like basketball is one of the more. Basketball is one of those games where it's a team sport, and every person on that team has to execute in order to win, right? So when people say that Big Shot Bob didn't really win none of those championship rings, he was only part of teams that won them. Well, there's only 5 guys out there, right? And they call him Big Shot Bob for a reason. I mean, that guy during his time with the Rockets threw up some serious clutch shots to win some pretty pivotal games. Did the same thing for the Lakers. Did the same thing for San Antonio. And the dude is, I mean, there's a reason why he moved to those high caliber teams, because people know that he was a role player and he played his role. And when it came time for the big shots, if the ball came in his direction, he was not going to get flustered, and he was going to drill that shot when he needed to drill it. And so, I mean, to me, that's a piece of a puzzle that's required to win a championship. So for people to say that he's underrated because he was just on teams that won championships, I think that's bullshit. I think he was a pivotal part to every single one of those. Much like PJ Tucker, there's a reason why they keep moving that. There's a reason why people want him, is because he plays a role. And one of the reasons why I like Clint Capella so much is because he plays a role, and he knows he's a role player, and he plays that role really well. He knows he's not a superstar, LeBron James, Steph Curry. He knows he's not one of those guys, but he knows what his role is, and he plays it, and he plays it well. I think same thing goes for PJ Tucker. I think the same thing goes for Big Shot Bob, and I think that's why his 7 rings are about as legit as Tom Brady's. All right, maybe not that serious, but I think his rings are legit, and I think he's underrated, and I think people overlook him because they just brush him off. But I think there's going to come a time where people are going to go, wait a second now. That some bitch has got 7 rings. I think he's got 7, right? Like 6 or 7. And then they're going to start doing some digging, and then, they're going to start. It starts off with like a couple of little YouTube videos here, a couple of YouTube videos there. Then all of a sudden NBA 30 for 30 picks it up, or ESPN 30 for 30 picks it up, and then boom, all of a sudden we're talking about how Robert Horry is one of the best role-playing players ever to have picked up a basketball. That's my thoughts on Big Shot Bob. I'm a big fan. I don't have them up right now, but I got a bunch of Robert Horry. I've been picking up Robert Horry, cards when I can get them. Cheap. We're talking about high-end cards, Immaculate and National Treasure, low-numbered cards for really cheap. Obviously, I'm picking him up because he was on my Rockets team that helped them win 2 championships. So for me, he's a hometown guy. So we'll see. So who watched the NHL draft? NHL hockey. That's another one that, like, if I was an investor, I'd really be trying to like figure out hockey. But sorry, man, I don't know jack shit about hockey. If I say I don't know shit about baseball, I know even less about hockey. Do you have a big collection of 90s Hakeem Olajuwon inserts? Yes, I got a stack of them. Top loaded, tucked away. That's kind of my MO. What's up, Retro Hoops? Billy Works, what's up, my man? Who gets the blame if Team USA doesn't get the gold? LeBron James gets the blame if Team USA doesn't get the gold. I don't like LeBron James. And you can thank him for this era of basketball where it's all about, it's player driven, and where players try to become the GMs, and this whole super team thing, and we don't have enough time to go through all of that. But that's who I'm blaming it on. And it transcends. It trickles down. Okay, a lot of this trickles down, and whenever and this is what happens, right? You get guys that that don't want to play. You get guys that the league starts to cater to them, and you get prima donnas, and then you get this, that, and that. I seriously cannot wait for the day that LeBron James decides to retire. So yeah, anyway, that's my thoughts. Does the OG Dream Team beat this Olympic squad? All right, William Met, I'm hoping that you're joking by asking that question. These guys right here, okay, with one leg tied behind their back, or one arm tied behind their back, and their shoes tied together, would beat this squad. Because simply because these guys here actually like loved the game of basketball. They played it for the love of the game, and they were competitive as hell, super competitive. So there's a 30 for 30 on them. You should go watch that. It's interesting. Actually, I think Magic Johnson really talked about the greatest game that nobody ever saw, which was the practices that those guys had. Whew, man, let me tell you. So yeah, they definitely beat them 100 times out of 100. Big Shot Bob is properly rated. Yeah, I mean, you can argue that. I think he's slightly underrated. Robert Ring Collection, Ring Ori. Should do more love that he has so far. I'm sitting in fresh for his rookie cards. Yeah, I'm sitting on a handful of his rookies too. Some Topps Golds. I got like 5 Topps Gold rookie cards. I think I have one in a PSA 10. So, if that pops off, man, we're in serious. Coach Pop will get the blame. He's coaching an all-star team in the Olympics. Is Pop the one that's coaching this Olympic team? 2021 Team USA basketball. Who is? Yeah, I mean, look at the people. Look at the people who are simply look at the roster. Okay. Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Grant, Draymond Green. I mean, come on. Drew Holiday, Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson's good. Rookie. Zach LaVine. Really? That's who we got? JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton's fresh off a championship, right? Tatum's pretty good. Listen, for as good as these guys are, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Grant, I mean, no. They're just not holding a candle to anybody. Yeah, I guess, yeah, all right. So I guess Pop's the guy, huh? Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr. Yeah. Oh, what happened here? Oh, snap. Camera went out. Hold up. I think I know what happened. This is another thing I was trying to do tonight was test the limitations of this setup. see here. Let's see if we can get back online. There it is. Let me see. All right. Okay. I think we're back. All right. No, so I'm working with this like super old like DSLR camera that I pulled out from like, from like under the stash somewhere. And so it has like a really low battery on it. So it's kind of weird. But I think it's a lot better than the freaking bullshit 720p other camera that I had. So, yeah, sorry about that. 84 star and 86 Fleer. What's Hakeem's true rookie card? So I think the true rookie card is going to be his 84, 85 star. But you really got to think about who had the license, right? Because I always feel like the rookie cards should be the ones that have the license to the team, right? Because that's why they're rookies, because they're on a team for the first time. So, with that regard, obviously Star wasn't as popular as Fleer is now. But that's who had the license at the time. So I think his Star is his true rookie, just like a lot of people think that Star is Jordan's true rookie. If you really think about the sense of what a rookie card should be. And in my opinion, that's what it should be. No one can touch the Dream Team fought harder than any current player. 100% agree. LeBron coming for number 5 next year. I mean, maybe. He got injured, and I got a buddy of mine at work who's a huge LeBron James fan, and I always keep telling him LeBron James is one hamstring injury away from being not LeBron James anymore. But the guy spends so much money and so much effort on his body to stay healthy and stay fit and all that stuff, that it's going to be hard for him to be injured and to not come back and to really be out of it. I don't think he ever will be. Bunch of second-rate NBA players minus KD. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can make an argument for the Bookers, the Bam, Bam Adebayo, Booker, Chris Middleton was a beast, Jason Tatum's a beast, Drew Holiday's pretty good, but yeah, other than that, I mean, we're talking about the B plus team other than Kevin Durant. It's Kevin Durant and whatever. Like his it's Kevin Durant and everybody else is basically what it is. So I don't think I don't think it's going to be anything more than that. It's just it's not what it used to be, Like to me the peak of basketball where you had that perfect mix of talent and hunger and the newness of basketball, and money was starting to pour into basketball, and guys were really, competitive and hungry for the championships, and this whole idea of, winning it with your team. That's kind of why I'm so happy for Giannis, because he did it with his team. He didn't do a super team. You can make arguments that the only reason why they won is because of injuries, which is kind of true in my opinion. But it's kind of one of those things, man, where like this will never happen again. Like Barcelona 1992 will never happen again, because it was a different time. It was a different time, and it was a different basketball was something different back then. It's not what it is now. Now it's all about who can get the most money, what 3 guys can get together and still fit under the salary cap to win a championship. Basketball's a different game now. But, it is what it is. Lost video, have audio. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I lost video there for a second. I'm scared of the dark. Lillard and KD. Yeah, Lillard too. He's another one that's on there. That's I'd say, A. He's a celebrity. The Olympics used to mean something back in the day. Yep, they don't, not so much. Jermaine O'Neal will make the Hall. How long will these hobby till he sees hobby love and price run up? Big thing. Jermaine O'Neal with the Pacers, right? Man, to be honest with you, bro, I don't really know. I mean, I know of him, obviously, but no, I don't know. I mean, I think guys like that, are really, they're gonna be kind of like these niche type players, unless there's a big documentary that comes out about him, or there's this buzz that gets created about his abilities and people start talking about him again. I just don't really see the run up on guys like that. I mean, even for me, I'm a huge Shawn Kemp fan, right? The only reason why Shawn Kemp is back in the limelight is because he's, opening up weed dispensaries, and so he's kind of back in the limelight a little bit, so people kind of understand who, and then they're like, who, like what, like who is this guy again? And then somebody goes and Googles Shawn Kemp, and then all of a sudden, all these highlights from 95, 96 pop up where he's just, putting nuts in guys' faces and slam dunking all over 7-footers with, just power and ferocity, and you're like, holy shit. So I just don't, guys like Jermaine O'Neal, yeah, they have highlight reels, right? But, when Shawn Kemp came into the league, yeah, I mean, he came into the league and was bullying people back when you couldn't just bully people. Like, you had your Patrick Ewings, your grandmamas, the big guys, that were just not going to get bullied around, and he was bullying them around. So now it's funny because, like, everybody's talking about, when Zion came out, I'm like, he was Shawn Kemp size. I mean, there was guys like his size in the league way before, Zion was born, so I just think it's kind of interesting that, like, this resurgence of, like, holy shit, like, these guys are like guys that are built like linebackers playing power forward. It's like, no, that used to be the norm. Like, they called him a power forward for a reason. It's because he wasn't tall enough to be a center, but he was just as burly and would knock people over like bowling ball pins, So, your Jermaine O'Neal's, I think he came a little bit later on. I just don't really see him getting much. I don't really see there being like a catalyst for him that, like, kind of makes people go, well, who's that again? I know he was in the NBA, but why is he good? Guys like Shaq staying in the limelight, Kenny Smith staying in the limelight, those guys are always gonna be, their personalities. And if I remember correctly, I mean, Jermaine O'Neal had the personality of a piece of paper, so I don't know. Who am I targeting? Any players to buy this offseason? Williamette, man, I'm not really targeting anybody, to be honest with you right now. Like I said, recently I started doing a bit of a run up or kind of a buying spree on some Shawn Kemp stuff for the PC. Just really trying to, like, round out. I sold a bunch of my PSA 9s to try to pick up some PSA 10s of certain cards that I have, but no real big thing. One of the things that I'm really looking at right now as well, again, back to the Shawn Kemp's, is like buying like modern Shawn Kemp autos and patches and things like that can still be had for relatively cheap, 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, for some really nice hollow patch autograph, some pretty good stuff. I'm just trying to stay away from the stuff where he was with Cleveland, but that's getting kind of close. So I'm not really targeting anybody as far as like off season's concerned. I'll tell you one thing that I am still looking at though, and I'm keeping a really close eye on, is Deshaun Watson and his situation, whatever his situation. Forget about his situation for a second. The kid is a top 5 quarterback. Top 3 maybe in the next 2 or 3 years if he can get past this little thing that he's got going on with the masseuses jacking him off and stuff. And just, I don't get it, man. I mean, you're a good-looking kid. You got millions of dollars. You got literally women throwing it at you, and you get caught up in sexual assault stuff. I don't understand it. But anyway, I think he's a fantastic quarterback. And when he leaves the Texans, not if, when he leaves the Texans, wherever he lands, I think he's going to be just an absolute animal. And he's going to be playing with the biggest chip on his shoulder and it's gonna make for some interesting football. So that's if you want a off-season pick, there you go. So cards that don't get the hobby love is serial numbered gold plated Fleer cards. Did the set number to 50K value each were sold individually? They made them from lots from the late 90s. Don't know much about them, Brian. I wish I did. Dame is in Hall of Fame. Dame is not Hall of Fame yet. I definitely think Dame will be first year Hall of Fame as soon as he's eligible. He will be. Speaking of Larry Johnson, as to why Alonzo Mourning's rookie cards topped down $100 mark, big name, good career, but not selling for much. Dan, again, same thing, man. What is the catalyst, right? I mean, you and I know about him, right? So you and I coming into this, coming into what is the resurgence of collectors or collecting that has happened. What is the catalyst that's going to make people look at him? I just don't really see it. Again, not much of a personality. The guy's probably tucked away somewhere with a bunch of money and living his life. He's not going to make any noise, and therefore nobody's going to look at him, and therefore his card prices won't go up. The only people that care about Larry Johnson and Alonzo and Big Zo are guys like me and you that actually watched him play. And those of us are getting, I mean, the average age of collectors is starting to go down. It's not going up. So, I just, again, it's that catalyst, right? For guys that are big names in the 90s, you got to look for that catalyst. And what's it going to be that's going to take them to the next level, to get them past that $100 mark. And I think that $100 mark is a real psychological mark, right? I know it is for me, right? Because I'm like, man, that's $100. Like, okay, I can think of about, 20 other things that I can spend $100 on, So, it's really a thing where I'm just like thinking about like what else is out there, So yeah, I mean, it's the catalyst, man. Am I going to the National? No, I am not. But those of you that are going to the National, keep in mind it is in Chicago, which has one of the highest crime rates in the nation. And they know that you guys are going to be there with a lot of cash, and a lot of very valuable cards on you. I don't know what the gun laws are in Chicago, but I am glad that the gun laws here in Texas are nice and open. And where is my? Oh, here it is, right here. I need to put this. See, this was up here, but we don't dial 911 around here, baby. Locked and loaded. All day, every day. So those of you that are going to the National, please keep that in mind. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay vigilant. Lock your shit up. I know a lot of people like to take cash to these kinds of things, but man, I really wish there was a lot more conversation about this, because I once again, I'll tell y'all, I'm from the hood, man. I grew up in the hood, and I know how it works. All right, they know you have cash, they know you have valuables, and man, I just, they call it shy rack for a reason. So if you're going to the National, just keep your head on a swivel and stay vigilant. That's all I can say. I do want to go to the Dallas card show in August. I don't know if I'll be able to go. I have another prior commitment that I'm trying to see how it all matches up, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure it out, but I'm not going to the National. Let me see. I want that upper deck Kemp where he's on his back about to dunk. I don't see it coming much on eBay. That's a stellar card of him. It's such an epic card. Send me a picture of that card, Dan. I think I have some or one. I might have some. That's the local racer. But yeah, I think I know which card you're talking about. That is a pretty good card. I was out of the hobby when Greg Oden was drafted. I would have lost my backside. Yeah, boy. Watson reported to training camp. Yeah, so Watson did report to training camp, but I still think he's not going to play. I was a big believer in DSW before all of this. I hope this one. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I remember when it was me and my buddy, we were watching the draft, And then when they announced that the Texans had made that trade for that pick, and then that they took Deshaun Watson, oh my God, man, my head about exploded when that happened. That was so dope. It was like one of the best, because I like watching the drafts, I like watching the combines. I usually take a couple of days off to watch the combines and stuff like that. I get into that kind of shit. So, let's see here. Man, you guys are in here. 46 of y'all, what is up? Welcome everybody. I'm be on for like another 10 more minutes until midnight, or until my wife comes in and goes like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, go to sleep, man," or come to bed. I don't know. So big believer in Deshaun Watson. Jermaine O'Neal wins the award for best Falcon punch on a fan during the Detroit Indiana brawl. I'll do you one better, Hobby Beast. Check out when my man Mad Max punched a guy in the face. Let's see, my man Dan just sent me. Oh, yep. All right. Yeah, that's the one. So Dan's messaging me on Instagram too, or on that's the card Dan was talking about. Yeah, it's a pretty dope card. Yeah, it's a pretty dope card. I got a handful of these. That'd probably be a good card to. Man, that dude was something else, man. They called him the Rain Man. The Rain Man. LJ just yeah, Larry Johnson dressed like a grandma, but he dressed like a grandma in the 90s. If LJ was to dress like a grandma now, like if Converse decided to do like a time capsule or something like that, and they brought him back out, that would be dope. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me see. Dang, I skipped down. Man, you guys are really in here. What's up, man? I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, man, if you haven't already. Hit the like button. And let's get these likes up. What year of Upper Deck, what set? So it's 91, 92, right? I think that's what Dan just sent me. 91, 92? What the fuck I do with my phone? Oh. Yeah, I think it was 91, 92. Yep, 91, 92, Upper Deck. Matter of fact, I just cracked open a box of that stuff. Right here. 91, 92. Yeah, so I just got finished ripping open this box. It's like a monthly subscription thing. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if you guys want to check that out. I just did that. I'll post a video up later. That's a pretty dope little box. Some junk wax stuff. Those of you that are into, if you guys are into junk wax like I am, it's kind of dope. Let's see here. The reason not going to what year Upper Deck? Yeah, so 91, 92. Made mention in my message earlier about the danger. Was that you, Dan, that told me that? I think it was you. I can't remember who it was because I chat with a couple of you guys on Facebook. I thought it was either Dan or my boy Travis, one of the two. That was you, Dan. You're right. Shout out to my man Dan. Let me see. Maybe the first year rookie autos. Looking forward to your next box break. So the next box break, I haven't been buying a lot of boxes because boxes, like I said, are pretty expensive these days. But my next box break is actually a box of stickers. I'll just leave it at that. It's a box of stickers that I'm pretty excited about. When I saw it for the price that I saw it at, I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cheap. So y'all know I like a good cheap break. So we'll do that there. Let me see. Carlos de Jesus. Love that name, man. Fleer rookie sensation set was really popular that year. Larry's rookie. Yeah, I actually got a couple of those. A couple of those rookie sensations. You're popular. There's 41 people in here, so I guess 40 people popular. I couldn't give drugs away for free to 40 people, so I appreciate y'all watching. That is just what my wife said. Brian, go to bed, man. If your wife's telling you to go to bed, go to bed. Are you buying a lot of new PSA 9 stuff because later they might get 10s? Ernie, what's up, my man? What I am doing right now is, I'll let y'all in on this. because y'all are here on the live stream. PSA 7s and PSA 8s, where the number on the where the number starts with 5 or higher. I'm buying them cheap and submitting them to SGC. So I just cracked. You see this? See all these cracked slabs right here? All right. Cracked all these slabs. All these little PSA labels. Okay. PSA 8s, 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 7s, 7s, 7s. All those. Cracked them all. Sent them all off to PSA. And we'll see what they do. Because I don't know if you guys have seen yet the video that I did opening up my PSA or my last SGC sub, where I had a PSA 8 Luka Doncic go out. They got a PSA 8, and I cracked it and I sent it to SGC, and they got a 10. So that's what I'm rolling with, man. I think that PSA is severely undergrading. They're being very, very, very strict, too strict. And I think they are trying to elevate a PSA 10 to the level of a BGS 10 or a SGC 10 pristine. And I think that's what they're doing. I mean, look at HGA. HGA is giving out, what, maybe 15 10 flawlesses? And maybe 50 or 100 10s. I think that's what they're doing. So that's what I'm doing. It's an experiment. I may lose my ass on it. I went on a little run where I was picking up a bunch of Allen Iverson rookie cards in a PSA 8, PSA 7. And that's what I submitted to SGC. So those should be back sometime this week, and I'll do a grade reveal on that to see what's what. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing there. So I'm not really buying 9s in the hopes of cracking them and resubbing them to PSA to get 10s. I'm buying 7s and 8s because I think they're SGC 9s and potentially SGC 10s. That's kind of what I'm doing. Pistons and fans fights are awesome. Pistons, if you look up the Bad Boy Pistons, what was old buddy's name? Bill Lambier. That dude had a mean set of hands back in the day. So was the guy that punched Rudy T in his nose and like punched him in his face so hard he broke his nose and like had spinal fluid like leaking into his sinuses. That's how hard he punched him. It was like a big old brawl. And you guys should watch that. I was watching the brawl instead of Reggie's last shot, and I'm a huge Reggie fan growing up watching him. Yeah. What about Tim Duncan? No big hobby love. 5 championships, 19 years with the team, with one team, 2 MVPs, 3 finals MVPs for no off the court issues, and a great person on and off, and his stuff should be skyrocketing. Once again, you're right. It should be on the merits of his basketball accolades, right? As a basketball player, Tim Duncan should be well above some of these rookies that have done nothing, right? But once again, it's about the hype. It's about what has he done? Is he in the public eye? Is he a personality? Is he somebody that they're going to get behind? And are they going to do a 5-part documentary series about him in 15 years? And the answer is no. I love Tim Duncan. You know, when it comes to fundamentals, there was nobody better. But he's just not going to get that kind of clout. All right, let's see here. If you did this after dinner, you would probably have over 500 people in the chat. Yeah, I'm just like, guys, you know, I've had this channel for maybe like a year and some change. I'm not your typical YouTuber, so I don't really know like what times and stuff like that. Like, man, look, like right now, I had just wrapped up this video that I did about the junk wax box for the folks over at Junk Wax Box, and then I was like, you know what? Let me hit the go live button and see what's what. And that's just what I did. I don't do it for the videos. I don't do it for the, you know what I mean? I don't do it for the chats to be lit. I did it because that's just kind of what I felt like doing. Retro or anybody in chat, have you heard of a grading company in Canada called MNT Grading? Their slabs look somewhat like BGS, but you can get subgrades around $25 a card for 30 days. My man, if you're spending $25 a card for a 30-day turnaround, go ahead and just go to SGC, brother. Just go to SGC, man. That's all I can tell you. I think you're gonna be my trademark voiceover when my name is said or announced. Let me know, Carlos. I'll hook you up, man. I'll do a nice little read for you. Okay, I just saw the Mad Max video. Well played. I told you, Javi. I told you. I think the dude had said something about his daughter, who was like, I think his daughter was like fighting like a really rare illness or something like that. She was like really sick, and the dude said something about his daughter, and Max was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not having that, son. You getting punched in the mouth." It's a scam. He bought golden auctions too. Who bought golden auctions? People not going to put up with the strict grading. SGC is coming. I totally agree. Yo, OG card scammer testing. What's up, OG? OG triple OG. I've been seeing a lot of HGA 9.5s from a lot of video reveals. Even my first subs were all 9.5s. Yeah, I mean, same here. I think I got like a handful of like all my modern stuff was like all 9.5s. I sent in a bunch of those Brady's. That Brady that I got up there, I sent a bunch of those in. Those all came back 9.5s. I kept the one that was like a true 9.5. I had all of them 9.5. So, you know, that's kind of how they're doing it. I sent a lot of my recent PSA returns. They got 6s and 8s, and he said cracking sub to SGC they would be 9s and 10s. So I believe him. Look, man, don't do it on my. I'm just telling y'all what I'm doing. I'm not telling y'all to do that. I'm just telling y'all that's what I'm doing. And the only reason why I'm continuing to do it is because I did it once already, under a suspicion that I had that the card was not a PSA 8. It was a better grade. And I was right, you know, and it came back a 10. So that is what it is. Charles Oakley would slap a man quick. Charles Oakley was a massive guy. Charles Oakley was a beast. Played for the Suns, right? If I'm not mistaken. What's up, Bishop? Thank you for joining. Kermit Washington was the dude that hit Rudy T. There you go. That's what his name was. Kermit Washington. I knew it was a Muppet. I knew it was a Muppet. Kermit Washington punched Rudy T in the face. If you guys get a chance, man, Google that shit. That was like one of the most brutal punches I've ever seen in a basketball game. And the thing is that Rudy, I think, was running up to like try to break up the fight, and Kermit was like in the middle of like the melee. He was just like throwing hands, and it just so happens that he turned around and like caught Rudy T like in the perfect position where he was in the middle of throwing a punch, and like Rudy T was like running up, and I mean his fist just, I mean like Matt, you could see Rudy T's face, his fucking hair and everything was just like, it was gnarly, man. It was gnarly. Look it up if you get a chance, man. Latrell Sprewell choked a man, but where's his hobby love? Yeah, he did choke a dude, didn't he? That's why they call him Duckin' Big Fundamental. That's right. They call him Big Fundamental, man. The dude's a beast. Nat Turner, owner of PSA, bought golden auction, so now he can grade the cards and sell it. Yeah, there's some. He's on some. Nat Turner's on some Thanos type shit where he's like just collecting his Infinity Stones. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be surprised if you see like him. You know what I mean? Like, really start trying to make a move for like maybe buying like Fleer's IPA or IP, or you know, maybe like Skybox IP or something like that. I don't know who owns those IPs right now, but you know, I see him doing some little funky shit like that. Peyton Manning going into the Hall next month. What's his stuff gonna do? Man, that's Greg. That's a good point. We'll see what he does. I don't know. HGA Pop reports had been broken for almost a month now. At this point, they are basically GMA with a colorful label. If I'm not mistaken, like I heard rumors that like GMA is like some guy in his garage in California. Y'all know anything about that? I remember reading something like that. That like GMA was like three or four guys like just slabbing shit up like in a garage in Southern California somewhere or something like that. Somebody said that. I can't remember where I read that or where I saw that. But if that's the case, Grunt, I gotta disagree with you, man. HGA has got a pretty, they got an operation out there. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Pop report is a big thing, right? You want to know how well your card goes up against everybody else has been sending them. Problem with Duncan is that he's mass produced. He was the most hype #1 pick of his decade, and they made mad product. Yep, could be. It could be. That's true. It could be. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna end this. It is just a little bit past midnight, and y'all see those two computer screens back there? Those are my day job computer screens, and that's what I'll be on tomorrow. So yeah, I'm not gonna make it to the National, but I'm gonna try to make it to Dallas. When's the Dallas card show? I think it was like in August or something like that. I saw it was in August. The next Dallas card show is in August. Come on, man. Where are we at here? Dallas card show. I think the next one's in August, if I'm not mistaken. There was one like a couple weeks ago, right? Oh, here we go. August 7th through the 8th. Okay, here we go. August 26th through the 29th. And I think that's the same week that I volunteered for my buddy's convention to help him for his conference. I'm checking right now. Yep. Well, 26th through the 29th. Yeah, I will not be attending the Dallas show on the 26th through the 20. Actually, you know what? I might be able to make it for the last day. What's the 29th? The 29th is August 29th. Yeah, the Sunday. So I might be there that Sunday. I might even be there that Saturday, maybe, if I can work something out. But Sunday I'll be there for sure. We'll see. We'll see what's up. JPMBZ. Is that MBZ? Does that stand for Mercedes Benz? You a big Benz driver, driving that big Benz, JP? Let's get some likes for retro. Yep. Hey, you guys hit that like button. I appreciate that if y'all can do that. Love how Nat said he can't jump the line grading and his cards won't be paired. Yeah, that was so stupid. Parabellum. I'm looking at testing transparent grading team. Okay, so funny thing you should say that about that transparent grading. They have something very interesting. I'm actually in touch with one of the guys because one of the guys from the transparent grading team was working for another company that was a grading company that was coming out. He reached out to me, and that other company was supposed to send me some slabs so that I can do a review, but then that never happened. I don't know what happened with that. And then this guy popped up again with another grading company, which is this transparent grading company. And some of the things he's telling me about what they're doing over there is pretty freaking interesting, man. So I don't know. Maybe we see something like that. I'll see what's up with that. What up, Christian? Yeah, that's Snorlax, baby. Oh, you talking about this one over here? My rainbow. Yeah. My VMAX. I want to get the other one slabbed up too. The one that I just bought, that gold secret rare. Yeah. So let's see here. HGA is having a card show. Yeah, I saw that. That Rocky Mountain card show or something that HGA is doing. I saw that. That's pretty dope. GMA previous owners were shady. Then it got sold to its current owners. GMA has about 20 to 25 to 30 employees. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, still pretty, pretty small operation. I just imagine like a bunch of guys like just like stamping shit out like in a garage somewhere. That's when somebody said GMA. You should have a Sunday night live at 9 p.m. all the time. Oh, you know what? I might do something like that. A little Sunday night action. Jump on here every day. You're a rep for 25 years. Oh, you were a rep for Mercedes. My favorite Mercedes, one of my favorite cars of all time. That's one of them right there. A 360 Ferrari. That's like dream car shit. But one car that I actually owned, that was my favorite car of all time, was a 2006 CLS 500. I bought it. It was wrecked up. I fixed it. I got it running. But one of the most like perfect mix between like a good looking car and just like good like drivetrain was that CLS 55 AMG, hand built, M113K 7229 transmission, which was like bulletproof everything, supercharged, 500 horsepower. Mercedes-Benz started that whole like coupe sedan thing back in the day. Just one of the most beautiful cars. I will own one of those cars soon. I want to buy one, but they're starting to go up in price. That one and the SL 500 from that same kind of generation that had that M113K and that 7229 transmission. Montebello. Pittsburgh, worked for PGX for a hot minute. Then him and the art designer guy Alan branched off and created TGT. That's right. You're right, Grunt. I think that's who I was in touch with. I think it was Alan. He was with PGX. And then he branched off and got with the TGT guys. Yeah, he kind of let me in on some stuff. We'll see what's up. Hey man, thanks for what's up, Mike? Hey man, thanks for all the videos. Curious what you think the sports card market will look like in October, December, up 15% or so. Just curious on your thoughts. Man, I have no clue. I think there was a correction. There was obviously, definitely a correction. I think I did a video on it. I did a video on it a couple weeks back. There was absolutely a correction where everybody's like, all right, motherfuckers, like cool off. Let's let's kind of get back to some normalcy here and prices and stuff like that. So I think there was definitely a pullback on prices. And then some of those are kind of starting to kind of tick back up. So there's some signs of it kind of tipping back up. If I had to pick up or down, gun to my head, I'm saying probably 10 to 15% up within the next 3 to 4 months. And that is a very general statement that I'm making. Like it's a very general statement, carte blanche statement. But if I had to pick one, I don't see it going down. I think the National is definitely going to run up a whole lot of cards. There's going to be the National is like one of those events where there's going to be a lot of volume of things going on. So it's probably going to set some precedents. It's going to, really establish some market value for some of these big blue chip type cards. I'll say this to the 37 of you that are here. If you guys go to the National and you see an Akeem Olajuwon 2019-2020 Prism Gold numbered to 10, please reach out to me on Instagram. Please. I am begging you. I am searching for that card like I am searching for repentance before the day I die. I need that card bad because that is the last card that I need to complete this little thing right here. I have this thing written up right here where I just need the gold, and then everything else I'm kind of cool with not having, but the green choice to 8, the black gold to 5, and the neon green to 5. I'm okay with not having those right now. I know where some of those are here in Houston locally, and but if y'all see a gold to 10, just the regular gold, because I got the gold shimmer, I just need the gold to 10. And then that way I can start putting together what's going to be one of the most epic displays for a rainbow set that you guys have ever seen. It's going to be dope. So yeah, Mike, 10%, I'd have to say up, man. I would have to say up. Bishop, have a good night, brother. Thank you guys for stopping by. OP, the rapper. OP the rapper. When do you think PSA will open bulk? You in Houston, right? I'm in the Woodlands Spring. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm at, my man, but not too far from you. I could probably throw a stone and hit you. When do I think they're going to open bulk? Next year. March. February, March. Next year. That's I seriously think that's when it's going to happen. I mean, those guys are not going to be caught up anytime soon. They've been saying it, and I don't think they're going to open up bulk submission to try to get thrown back underneath the water again. And even then, bulk is never going to be $9 again. It's never going to get down to single digits a card again, ever. Bare minimum, volume, $15 a card. About $15 a card, I'd say. I was thinking when the weather is cold, college football tailgating comes back, lots of dudes hanging out and Christmas presents, indoor activity. You guys are taking guys talking over beers. Yeah, I mean that's there's some truth to that. Would love to go to the National, but a bit of a trip from Oz. Yeah, man. I would love to go to the National. I would love to see the National be in Texas somewhere sometime soon. That'd be kind of dope. If it ever makes its way this way, I'm definitely gonna go. But we'll see. What's the favorite card that you own that has more sentimental value than actual value? That is, I actually graded it. It's the Michael Jordan Upper Deck Special. I got it graded. I'll show you. Not much value, but for me, it was one of the cards that I like really coveted when I was a kid, because I saw it in a display case from one of the dealers, and I remember at the time it was like $50. Here it is. That card. It isn't worth shit, but man, this card, I wanted this card so bad when I was a kid. This one, and then I have the Jordan Skylights, where he's like doing the dunking thing. That one too. I have that one as well. But as far as sentimental value, more than actual value, this one here. Jordan on the front giving his retirement speech. Jordan on the back playing for the Barons, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is my most like kind of sentimental card. I bought a whole box of SP Upper Deck special for that card in particular. Yeah, that's the one. If I had to pick one, that's the one. And then there's another one where the first time I ever got fleeced in a trade when I was a kid was out of that same set. There was an Olin Polonese that I traded another kid like a Sean Kemp and a couple other cards for that Olin Polonese just because it was an electric court and I didn't know any better, and I was like, holy shit, I got an electric court. It's like I kind of got fleeced on that deal. But let's see here. What's your favorite card? Richard's OP the rapper. Yeah, I'm happy as long as they open next year. Watching from the Philippines, man, from the Philippines. I'm not even gonna attempt that name. I'll give it a shot though. J Balon. Did I get that right? J Balon. J Balon. I'm gonna go with J Balon. That's what I'm gonna say. What's up, man? All the way from the Philippines, my man. Best case would be spring 2022, but I think it may be delayed due to the plastic shortage going on. Research if you have time. So I work in the oil and gas industry, so we have like one of the big shortages right now is raw material and metal goods. And there's a division of what I do that deals with poly. Actually, I don't know if my brother is still watching, but my brother actually deals in plastics on his day job. Big shortages. So yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. One of my favorite countries, I'm watching from South Korea. Grunt, you're watching all the way from South Korea, bro? Really? I would have not guessed that. Hey, Jay Balon, I got your name right. All right. I'm pretty good with pronouncing names because I speak the Spanish. So, that's kind of the thing. That's dope. I got his name right. All right. I'm always happy when I get somebody's name right. I'm lucky because I have a PSA 5 Jordan rookie card, 86 Fleer. Yeah, so for me, that wasn't like a big card that I ever coveted. You know, but that's dope that you got one. I mean, any right now, I would love to have one in any condition. You know, that'd be kind of. So the fact you got one in a 5, that's pretty dope. That's one of those heirloom pieces that you got to pass down. Let's see here. All right. Watching from Dallas, Texas. From Dallas, huh? Yeah, man. I hope. Well, I was gonna say I hope you're not a Cowboys fan, but you're from Dallas. You probably are, which kind of sucks. But you know. Oh, the National being in Houston would be dope, man. I'd be happy if it was just like anywhere, like within driving distance. Like if it was in like Louisiana, or if it was anywhere that I can carry my Glock on me, would be great. I would be there without a doubt, for sure. Oh, working overseas. Okay, my man. So all right, so you're from Dallas, working overseas. Man, I do not miss working abroad. I did that for like 2 years. I did a little over 300 to 350,000 flight miles within a span of like 18 months. That sucked. But I got to see a lot of the world I got to see a lot of the world on my company's dime, so that was kind of dope. I'm from Texas. I'm from Houston. I'm from Houston, Texas. Those of y'all that don't know. Yeah, man, so Dallas. I mean, I am. I bought CDRPA from you on eBay. Oh, that was you, my man. Okay. Went to HGA with it. I did pull that. So that box, actually, my brother saw it. It was a Rookies and Stars, I remember. My brother saw it at Target. And without prompt or anything, he picked it up, bought it for me, and he gave it to me as a gift. And I ripped it on camera, and put it up on eBay, and you picked it up. So that's dope, man. Thank you for that. Harrisburg, PA. My cousin used to live in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Keelan, I don't know if you know where that's at. Department of Defense. Oh. Yo, Grunt, are you like one of those special force motherfuckers? Like choke you out, pressure points, and then just like kill people and shit? That'd be dope. My son retired Air Force. Was in Korea twice. Nice. All right, folks. I think this is gonna do it for real. I'm gonna log off for real. Thank you guys for. I like this. I like the idea that somebody had. I'll probably kick this off like on Sundays. That'd be kind of dope. Do a little reoccurring thing every Sunday, catch up and see what's good. Kind of give me an opportunity to interact with y'all and chat and talk, and we'll see what's good. Oh, hold on, Brian B. Ugh. I sold my 86 Jordan to buy a pool table in 1990, and he got $600 for it. But you still enjoy the pool table. Hey, man, like. If you enjoyed the pool table, you enjoyed the pool table. But for real, guys, I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna go try to get some sleep. I really, man, I did not think that there was gonna be this many of you on here, so I appreciate it. Let me see, we got affiliate links for pretty much everything now. So I got affiliate link for the card cases that you guys see up here, like all these card cases that are displaying like all my slabs and stuff like that. Go back and check the last video if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff. This is what I got my Snorlax VMAX in. It's got like these little kickstand things where you can either just stack them up like this, you just display them like that, or if you want to put them up on the shelf, you can put them up on the shelf and display them. That's kind of what this is all about. So I'll drop you guys that link here in a second. If you guys want to support the channel, so that I can keep bringing you guys some cool shit. I think I like. I haven't done as many box breaks as I would like to recently, just again because of the price of wax is just getting ridiculous. It is not cheap. So there's the affiliate link for you guys if you guys want to go pick up some of these. I know several of you have done so already, and I appreciate that. This just full disclosure, I've said it before, I've said it several times, this is my brother's business. I'd like to think I helped a little bit in the design of these things. He used a lot of my slabs at the time for measuring and all that stuff and bouncing ideas off of me. So I dropped a link in the chat if you guys want to pick some of those up. They are amazing for displaying your cards. I'm going to do a whole video on them here pretty soon, where I'll really be highlighting kind of all the highlights and all the features on those card cases. It's an amazing product. As you can see, all of my shit is displayed in those card cases. So if you want to support the channel, you can hit that link right there, pick up a handful of them, and get a little kickback to the channel. Man, just thank you guys so much for all your support and everything, and just watching and interacting and commenting and sharing and all that stuff. If you guys want to continue to like interact with me, you can do so on the Facebook group. I got a link. Just check the last video. I got a link in there to the Facebook group. That's probably where I could do the most interacting. And then I answer messages the fastest on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me at Retro Hoop Breaks on Instagram. And I always, answer messages quicker there. So as always, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. And we'll catch you guys on the next video. I am definitely going to schedule another live stream next Sunday evening. And I'll have some stuff prepared and things ready. So as always, man, I really do love y'all. I appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys next week or on the next video.